Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I appreciate you being here. Today's video is just kind of a check-in. It's been a little while since I posted on YouTube and I figured I would check in, let anyone who's watching know where I've been, what I've been doing, and give myself a little bit of accountability of what I want from this YouTube channel and where I see it going. So previously I was doing a lot of budgeting videos, checking in with my income, spending, and working towards financial goals. I've still been doing that in the background, obviously not publicly, but yeah, I've still been on top of my budget. But the last video I think I have posted was like March or April, and it's now June as I'm recording this. So there's been a lot of life that's happened between now and then, and this year has been expensive. So where have I been for these last couple of months and what's happened, I guess mostly financially? Since like a year and a half ago, I've been planning a vacation with my family. My partner and my family, we all met in Norway and did a big trip over there. And it was amazing and it was an awesome experience, but it was super expensive. And I will say, I think it was more expensive than I anticipated as well. That ended up being about $5,000, like US dollars per person. And that we paid that off in advance, but that trip actually happened in May. So that's happened. And then back in March as well, I also had a dental emergency, so I needed some emergency dental work. That's been sorted, it's been paid for, but I also have decided since then to start tackling a few, not issues, but a few health things that have been bothering with me. And I've decided to start taking care of that regardless of not actually having insurance coverage on certain things. So I've been paying for that as well. I also decided this year, like I had set my financial goals, and then as the year kind of progressed, I realized I wanted to be spending more money on actually enjoying the now. It's so easy to set financial goals and think of things as like best case scenario, but life really doesn't happen that way, and I don't want to put off living until I've hit certain financial goals, because it's always going to be a moving goalpost. So I've spent a little bit more on hobbies and trying new things, and I have a couple of other things that I also want to try, so I've kind of extended that budget. If you're not new here, if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I was doing a no spend season at the beginning of the year. That's definitely finished, like I said, because of all of the big ticket items that I've had and just trying to enjoy life a little bit more. I feel like that helped me figure out what my priorities are as far as my spending. And yeah, I feel good about where my budget is at. And oh yeah, and I got a raise since then. So I actually got a raise while I was on vacation, which was really nice news while I wasn't currently at work. So one of my goals this year was to increase my income. So that was the first goal that I successfully accomplished. But since then, I also decided with the additional income, I really want to pay off my car this year. So I initially took out a 2-year finance back in May of 2024. So I've been paying it for just over a year. And my goal is to pay it off in the next couple of months, just to not have it hanging over my head, just to reduce one line item in my regular monthly budget. So that's another thing that I'm focusing on. So that's kind of where my money is divided so far, and like where my head is at. The next thing after all of those things have kind of been covered, or have at least been initiated, is I am planning a sabbatical. So I live here in Dubai. I've been here for 4 years. I imagine probably another year or so here, and then after that taking a long extended vacation where I'm not currently employed in an area that is low cost of living. So I am saving for that. I've decided to shift some things around in my budget, and maybe you'll see that in my next budget upload. But yeah, I'm really actively saving for that now and really excited about it. It's something we've been talking about for a long time, and it feels really good to actually be preparing for it and not just talking about it. So I'm preparing for that mentally and financially, and those are just kind of the first steps that I'm at as far as preparing for that. That is a direction that I'd like to bring some YouTube videos in, preparing for that, kind of understanding what that looks like. What am I going to be spending in that sort of thing? What would I be spending in wherever we end up going? So there's a lot of research that needs to go into it still, and I think that could be some really interesting content, so more of that to come. Part of the reset in my finances has also come from a reset in my mindset. In the last, I would say, especially a couple of weeks, I've been feeling really good about where I am mentally, which hasn't always been true, especially here in Dubai. So yeah, my money and my mind is more focused on doing things for myself, not only in my hobbies and my social life, but also in my work. So that is another direction that I'd love to see this YouTube channel go in, starting side hustles, seeing if I can, work for myself in a way that I've not been able to do before. So that's another thing that's kind of ruminating in the back of my mind and hopefully will come to fruition. So as far as where this YouTube channel is going, I will still keep doing budget reviews, probably monthly. Let's see. I will work out a schedule as I go. I would also like to take advantage of the wealth of information that's on the internet, so I definitely want to review other people's content and get some ideas from there and from other people, see what's working for other people, whether that is from side hustles or people that are doing a sabbatical, people who are living in places that might be my next destination. Yeah, so definitely some other content review videos coming. Like I said, side hustle income, budget income, increasing my income still, even after I raise more money coming in. It's always gonna make reaching your financial goals easier. And then, yeah, planning for the sabbatical, moving to another country with a pet. You would have seen Jasper running around a little bit in this video. I think that will complicate things, but it's a non-negotiable, so we'll be navigating that as well. And then just kind of improving my life in general. Like I said, in the last couple of weeks, I've had a really awesome mindset shift, and it feels really good. And it really has put into perspective, like, how important my mental health is and how I need to take care of me before I can take care of anything else. And I really want to start designing the life that I want to live for the rest of my life, not just for the next 5 years. I can grind it out and then live the rest of my life. So all of these things, my finances, my social life, my hobbies, they are all kind of representing this idea of building the life that I want now and enjoying the process rather than just trying to get to the end goal. So yeah, this is my revival video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Stick along if you want to see where this journey leads, if you want to see what life is like as an expat abroad, both in Dubai and eventually somewhere else. Stay tuned to see what's coming, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.